Good day, everyone. Welcome by a new update of Crypto Michael on the crypto markets. And today we're obviously going to discuss what's happening with Bitcoin. First of all, if I check and explore the momentum on social media, every bearish statement is getting roasted by people expecting and assuming that Bitcoin is only going to continue from here in an upwards grind. And that's why I wanted to show you the higher time frame chart in which you can see that there has been a massive rally and we've seen a nice 60% move since the low at the beginning of October. But it starts to show some overextended moves, right? It's not only on the 3-day, but it's also the weekly chart that's showing that we might be getting into a period that we are on already for some corrective moves. And I've been discussing that over and over again, in which we can see and say that altcoins have not been showing strength in this recent upwards move of Bitcoin, which states that the overall focus is on Bitcoin itself. Um, and you should still be waiting it out with altcoins, in my perspective, as when Bitcoin starts to correct, I don't see a reason why altcoins will go up unless Bitcoin bottoms out. But given that we are inside that last resistance zone of Bitcoin before the new all-time high, and we did not backtest the levels we've had previously, so like we did not retest the 12K zone, we've got some CME gaps in between and 11K and our current price level, through which the assumption that we're going to continue in one go without corrections is just not the one that should be applied in this case. Even in this upwards move we've had previously in summer 2019, the euphoria state, which we can find at the crypto fear and greed index, reached the exact same levels in which we are right now. So what we see on the crypto fear and greed index is that the previous high of this fear and greed index of 95 was actually at this high. That's a signal. If the people are ultimately depressed, which I see a lot of these messages regarding altcoins, where people say that altcoins are scams because when Bitcoin goes up, altcoins go down, not understanding how a cycle works, and by not understanding how a cycle works or how a market works, they will immediately start shouting that projects are scams or people are manipulating the markets because they don't have or an understanding of the markets itself, which is causing them to just say some stupid stuff. It is cycles, and in the recent cycle, we have seen that Bitcoin has been chasing the upwards grind. But the recent breakout, which we see above 15.5K, is not showing the volume that you want to see. You want to see an acceleration and you want to see a larger volume in this recent breakout, through which the assumption that we might be topping out relatively soon in this area, which is the resistance zone, is going to be quite likely. Next to that, we've seen a further rally towards 16.5K. There was still a 1 hour CME gap open from January 2018 in this zone, so we might have filled that one as well. Then we've got some good news from PayPal. It's going live in the US, which is actually quite bullish that it is going to be live in that country, as the US has been an hurdle to take for the majority of the exchanges. People are able to trade crypto or buy crypto through PayPal in the US. It's opening, it's opening up for people that don't want to have the hassle of buying on an exchange, having a private key, having a ledger. So it's making it easier for anyone to buy crypto. However, anything that you buy on PayPal is not your own Bitcoin, as it's not your own keys. Um, but for people like my parents or the elderly, it's probably an easier way to get exposure towards crypto, um, which is probably what we need. We need to get some more adoption. We need to get some more awareness in order to grow the markets. And it's still quite difficult for the majority of the people or the society to get exposed towards crypto, as it's just not an easy way. So this is great. It's good news. It's still not a reason why Bitcoin should be continuing the rally from here. And also, I've seen people stating that in this period that we've seen this rally upwards, that the open interest has increased. Yes, the open interest is nominated in US dollars. So when one Bitcoin is 10.5K and the price rallies towards 16K, of course the open interest is going to increase as the nomination of one Bitcoin increased. So finally, before I want to go to the analysis, my website, our group, we've got the discounts. Check out the video yesterday in which we discuss everything. I'm sharing trade IDs, I'm sharing strategy updates, how I'm going to move in this market. We are making reports, in-depth stuff about markets, algorithmic trading we also have with our partner OACC. Check out the website if you want to become a member. The discount is only available throughout this month. Then Bitcoin. We have discussed this. We are above the 15.5K zone. We've closed above it, but we are not seeing the volume that we want to see. And we can actually compare this breakout to the breakout we've seen previously in August, in which we are above the resistance high, right? What you want to see is that we hold this support around 15.5K. If we hold there, everything is fine. If we do lose the 15.5K zone, the first thing you're going to watch is the area around 14.8. So if we lose the 15.5K zone because we're topping out and make a bearish divergence, which was also made here, it seems very likely that we're going to get that drop towards 14.8 and then a rally further back towards 16K or 15.5, sorry, 15.5 this is, I was confused. And then we get a slight reversal. And then we're going to look at 13K and we're going to look at 11.6 to 12 as potential massive opportunities to buy crypto. That's a correction of about 30%. And if you have been in the markets in 2016 and 2017, those 30% corrections are very, very healthy. Further in the markets, if we do get this correction, I do not assume altcoins will do well. Of course, BTC pairs can bounce up to level out a little. USDT values will probably drop south. The moment that altcoins will start doing well is when Bitcoin finds its bottom in this area, right? So when it starts to bottom out and starts to run back towards the resistance area, the range is defined and that could bring some sideways action in general. So what I'm watching right now is whether we can continue holding above this area of 15.5 in the coming days. If we do, the path is open towards high 16K, low 17K. Maybe another tap on the highs is possible there. If we do not hold, you know what I've just said, then I'm going to look at the scenario that I've just described in which we are copy pasting the movements we've got here. Ethereum USDT, basically similar figure, still grinding up without any notion of strength. 3 days actually showing breakout above the resistance. If we do drop back into the support, this is the area that I'm looking at around 390. And then if we get a bounce, obviously the same figure I'm going to be looking at here for Ethereum. Ethereum BTC is still showing weakness. Ethereum BTC is still, whoa, this is another chart that I did not have previously. Ethereum BTC, we have rejected at the 0.35 level, through which it seems very likely that we're going to continue finding support. And if you have been watching my videos, you know that I'm expecting or assuming a bottoming construction to be happening on ETH in December, January, after which we get the first alt season in January as well. Bullish would be if we break this area we've just rejected. So in that case, I'm assuming that we're still in a downward trend, lower lows, lower highs. If we do break this area, we can start running towards the zone here. Rejection here, very likely that we're going to see that bottoming construction, just like we have been doing previously on any bottoming construction as well, through which I'm going to deploy money towards altcoins in that period. So that's the video for today. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I'll be back tomorrow with some more analysis of the markets.